Okay guys, welcome to the Friday Waffle. Now hopefully you can see more of me, because I'm conscious every time I make the Friday Waffle I always seem to have the camera way up higher and all you get is the my head, the floating head. So anyway, yeah, it's Friday. I hope you've all had a nice week. As seems to be the case, this week has been banned a bloody monium at work. I know you're probably all sitting thinking, why don't you go and get another job? Well, two things. Firstly, easier said than done. I am looking for another job because yeah, anyone that's been following my channel for the last year will probably know that I still don't have a permanent job. I'm not going to go into details, but my actual job isn't permanent, so I am looking for another job. So yeah, the first thing is it's not that easy to get another one. Second thing is I actually quite enjoy it. I enjoy the sort of nature of the work. The biggest problem is the amount of work you get given. Now it's probably like a lot of people nowadays, companies just really they really sort of they try and kind of stretch you to the limit as far as workload goes. My job, it's because I manage 6 buildings and it's inhabited with people, and the fact that you're dealing with the public and you're dealing with other human beings, things can change daily. So you might go into work thinking it's going to be a nice simple day, I'll take care of that and that, and as usual the 5 things that you plan to do, you end up doing one of them or none at all because other stuff comes in that takes priority. So yeah, but I do enjoy the work. I do actually enjoy the job. It's just the sheer volume of work that we're given. So it's been damn busy. Weather-wise, it's actually it's not as cold. Apparently it was the warmest, it's been the warmest November I think on record. It's on like 13 degrees now. We're only what, about 5, 6 or 7 days, whatever the hell it is, away for Christmas Day, and it's not cold, which is great for running. You can probably tell I'm actually just back from a run. So weather-wise it isn't too bad. Gaming wise, what have I been doing? What have I been doing? I've not really played any old systems. No, I've not played any old systems this week at all. I've not played much actually. What I have been playing, however, is well, as you probably know, I got myself an Xbox One. I've been playing Doom and that, playing a bit more Doom. I was playing my Xbox 360. I got myself, a while back, I got myself I'm saying I've not been playing old games. I got myself Namco Museum, which I was playing in the Xbox 360. But I just doing stuff. Like I said, I've not been playing any games at all. Just had other things on. What did I do? Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. I went to, where did I go? I was at a concert. But one of my favourite groups of the 80s when I was a teenager growing up is Marillion. Now Marillion they were classed as a kind of rock band, but they're not really. They're more kind of what's it called? Sort of synth kind of. There's a name. They always seem to categorise music. Oh, what's it called again? I can't remember. But they were kind of on the fringes of kind of rock. Oblique synthesizer, but anyone that's actually listened to Marillion will know that some of the lyrics are bizarre to say the least. But one of their most famous album was one called Misplaced Childhood, which was released, I would probably say about 84, 85, something like that. Yeah, I'll go for 85 actually. Absolutely fantastic album. Then Marillion split up. I don't know when they split up. And Fish, who was the lead singer, now Fish is from a place called Haddington, which isn't that far from me. He's a Scottish bloke. But yeah, he left Marillion, I don't know, the end of the 80s, maybe beginning of the 90s. And Marillion, I mean, they do still play as Marillion, albeit without the lead singer Fish. But he still makes music. And I follow him on Facebook, and about I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe more than that, he announced that he was going to be playing the Misplaced Childhood album, which was the most successful album. The song you may know from it is Kaylee. So yeah, he announced that he was going to be performing the Misplaced Childhood album from start to finish. The album is quite unique. You don't get a break in between tracks. It's like one massive big track. So he said he was going to be playing this. This was going to be the one and only time that he was going to be playing this album, and then that would be it. So we got tickets way back, and I was at the concert on, what day was it? Last Sunday. Yeah, it was last Sunday actually, at the O2 ABC in Glasgow. And now I'm not a big bloke, so I tend to kind of keep right back. I wouldn't try and get to the front of a concert because I would just get crushed to death. But because Marillion are an 80s band, most of the people I would say were probably my age or older. So I thought to myself, well, you're not going to get crushed to death, it's not going to be a rowdy audience. So me and my mate went right to the very front, and we were literally, I don't know, I would say we were 5 feet from the stage. So obviously we got a fantastic view. We were almost bang on centre. So we were right up, you know, right at the very front. And wow, what a gig! Absolutely fantastic. Quite an emotional gig. I mean, listening to music getting performed live, that kind of shaped me as a person. I mean, that album, Marillion, were a very influential group for me. You know, when I listen to any of their tracks, it just takes me back to, you know, Marillion and playing computer games are quite closely related. You know, I used to be playing my C64, and I would have Marillion on in the background. So yeah, it brings back, in the same way playing classic games brings back sort of memories for me, listening to Marillion does the same thing. But really emotional concert. I mean, Fish himself at the end, he was actually wiping away the tears. He just said that it's been one of the best concerts he's ever done. And the following day on Facebook he did say that. He says he was so mentally drained, but he says it was just an amazing gig, and it was actually quite a privilege to actually have been there, you know, and be able to tell people years from now I was actually there, I was right at the front. So I took some great pictures. So delighted with that. So excuse me, I'm going to have a wee drink of my juice. I'm just going to pause it. Okay, that's nice. Excuse me. It's one that you can't beat, the original Lucozade. Original. Can anybody remember when Lucozade first came out? You didn't get wee bottles like that. It was in the big kind of bottles, and it had this kind of see-through orange kind of, wasn't it foil? What would you call it? Plasticky kind of wrapper. It used to go around it. I don't know why they insisted on putting this orangey plastic cover around the bottle. Don't know what kind of purpose it served, but yeah, when I think of Lucozade, especially the original one, I always think of being ill from school. You know, you managed to convince your mum that you weren't well, so she would phone the school, and you used to be able to lie in your mum and dad's bed and read Annuals, Whizzer and Chips, is it Sparky? Sparky, the Beano, etc, etc. Yeah, happy days. But yeah, Lucozade and being in your mum and dad's bed, that was what being ill was all about when you were a kid at school. What was I talking about? Yep, now I can't have this waffle and obviously not mention one thing. Star Wars. Now, before anybody panics, I will not give away any spoilers, absolutely not. It came out last night. Now, we had the tickets pre-booked quite a long time ago. So, yeah, we headed up to the cinema last night. Now, surprisingly, it was only about 2/3 full. I mean, I was at the cinema in Livingston, and I was quite surprised at just kind of how empty it was. you know, I somehow thought it was going to be absolutely chock-a-block. But then you think to yourself, you know, there's a lot of people who don't really bother with Star Wars. I mean, I'm of the age group that I was just a young kid when Star Wars first came out. So that film is always going to be a magical experience for me, and you know, I've got to say that most of the people, excuse me, oh pardon me, most of the people that were there were probably about the same age as me, a wee bit older, a few people a bit younger. Pardon me very much. And but yeah, I was quite surprised at just how many spare seats there were. But aye, before I was getting picked up at, what time was it, I was getting picked up at 8 o'clock last night, and I thought, it was about 10 to 8, I thought, "Oh, I'll just go onto the internet for a couple of minutes, just see what's happening." So I went onto Facebook, and one of my pals posted that he was actually just about to leave to go and see Star Wars, and directly below it was a major spoiler from somebody. Now, suffice to say, I was very, very angry at this. And I did tell my pal, you know, when I came back last night, it was a very, very, very shitty spoiler. Now, quite why somebody would deliberately go and post that on social media, knowing full well that the film it had just come out that day, so they knew full well that people hadn't seen it, and they thought they would just drop this big massive plot spoiler. So yeah, what a complete and utter dickhead. Apparently it's one of my pals brothers or something. But yeah, what a complete dickhead. You know, I mean, I suppose you get them like that online, but to do that is just damn nasty. So I was a bit pissed off at that, to say the least. It didn't stop me enjoying the film. Really, really enjoyed it. I'm not going to say anything else about it, because I know there's people are very, very, they don't want to know anything, but all I can say is if you like the original 3 Star Wars, you will absolutely love this one. I'll probably need to go and see it again, I think, because it's like anything, you don't take it all in the first time. So I'll probably will go and see it a second time. But yeah, if you've not seen it yet, you've got a treat. I really, really enjoyed it. So yep, that was that Star Wars fish. Gaming wise, yeah, nothing really. I did buy myself, what did I get myself? In fact, I was going to play it tonight, but it's getting a bit late. I bought myself a Batman, is it Arkham Asylum or something? It was the last Batman game to come out for the PS4, Xbox One, I think it was, and PC. So I got that for about 15 quid or something. So yeah, I was actually hoping to kind of play that tonight. Depending what time I get this finished, I'll probably have a wee shot of it. So aye, that's that. Can't think of anything else, guys. No, it's a very, very non-gaming related waffle. I've just been too busy with other bits and pieces. So anyway, I'm going to stop at a wee second. Okay, right. Apologies now. I've really got nothing much to talk about. Just been too busy to actually come up with anything. I do apologise now. I know this week and last week were pretty lacklustre. I do promise I will get them back on track. And I've been aware that the last, I don't know, I would say most of the waffles I've been doing recently have really had bugger all to do with gaming most of the time. But you know what, I suppose that's what this thing is. It's just me talking shite for about 20 minutes. So anyway, I'm going to batter on. I've just got a couple of questions to answer. The first one is from a chap, B. Odon, is that how you pronounce your surname? Love the waffles. I visited one of the clubs. Blah 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 blah. Yep, your waffles are brill. You're a natural. Keep it up, fella. Thought I had to get that one in. Well, firstly, thank you very much for the nice comments. It's, as anybody that makes YouTube videos will know, any positive comments are what keeps it going, because believe you me, there are plenty of times, and I've had probably more times like this recently, where it would be the easiest thing in the world just to pack this whole thing in, just because of the time factor. And unless you're actually thinking about stuff, it's quite easy to kind of not lose interest, but it's easy to have nothing to talk about. And the last thing I want to do is put out videos that people don't want to watch. And I kind of feel I've been kind of getting close to that with some of my videos, probably this one included as well. You know, it's not really, I wouldn't say it's particularly interesting at all. In fact, it's probably not even worthy of going out there, but some people seem to enjoy me talking shite. So so yeah, going back to what I was saying, thank you very much to the nice comments. Stuff like that is what YouTubers need to kind of keep it going. Sorry, I just noticed I've showing a bit of boobage there. I was just scratch. I need to go and have a shower actually, because I'm not long back my run. So yeah, anyway, he has got a question for me. My question for you is, have you subscribed to GameSack yet? Answer is no, and the reason being is I didn't actually know who GameSack was, but I've just checked it out, and it's a channel, a very successful channel. I've got something like 142,000 subscribers. Two American guys, or I think they're American, and yeah, looks a very, very professional channel. I must admit, for somebody who is into video games as much as I am, I do watch very little YouTube videos. I mean, I'm subscribed to very, very few people. Again, it probably just comes down to the time factor. You know, when I'm not working, I've got a family, I've got my running, I've got to spend time doing other bits and pieces, and you know, making videos as well. I mean, you'll probably see I have cut down dramatically. I'm down to kind of 3 times a week. So yeah, trying to factor in time to watch YouTube videos is very difficult as well. So I've not been looking for any channels to subscribe to. If anyone is aware of any really good channels, then let me know. But yeah, I just had a quick look. I watched about half of one of their videos, and it seems very professional. I think I certainly will subscribe to it. So the answer to the question is no, I haven't. But I'm going to, by the time I finish this video, I am going to subscribe to these guys, GameSack. Yep. So anyway, yep, thank you very much for the question. It's is appreciated. And I says, hopefully you can continue to watch the channel and enjoy it. You know, the support is well appreciated. The second question is the ever reliable Down the Rabbit Hole. Thanks Kev, always appreciate you taking time out. For the Friday Waffle, hi Alan, I was listening to a podcast about Nintendo, and the hosts were all saying that even though they thought Splatoon was a great new franchise, they felt disappointed that the characters in that game are not as striking or as memorable like classic characters Mario, Link, Yoshi, Zelda, etc. Let me see that again. I was listening to a podcast about Nintendo and the hosts. Right, okay, yep, got that part. Personally, I disagree, because I see plenty of fans at events dressed up as the Squid Kid characters. What is your opinion? Well, you know what? You know, when you look at Super Mario, he's basically a shit-looking sprite. In fact, I'll show you something here. Here are I've got the Super Mario, whatever it's called, levels, I think, level designer. There is Mario. Yep. Did that actually? Give me a second. Sorry, I thought that I'd run out there actually. I'll just edit that wee bit out. Aye, you look at Mario, I mean, he's just a very, very basic sprite. Obviously, he's mega popular, and so he's become a bit of an icon. But that's not to say that new characters like this little guy here, I mean, they're not particularly my favourite. But absolutely, they're very distinctive. You know, people get hung up about the old classics. Oh, Mario, Yoshi, yeah. You know, the new things aren't as good. Well, people seem to think that new can't become just as credible as old stuff. But absolutely, I mean, Splatoon is a brilliant game. maybe it's a bit early to class them as iconic characters because it is only one game that they've been in. I do know my daughter loves that game. It's probably her favourite video game of all time, Splatoon. But yeah, I think they're very distinctive, and yeah, absolutely, I think they're definitely credible characters. Let's see, Kev said here, personally disagree because I see plenty of fans like that. It's been, since your family plays Splatoon a lot, since your family, well, it's just my daughter Kev that plays. I've had one game of it. It is a good game, but I think because she's played it so much, it's kind of put me off playing. It's the same with Little Big Planet. I bought that for myself to play, and I've played it maybe once, but my daughter played it non-stop. Since your family plays Splatoon a lot and you personally have a long history of playing Nintendo games, would you say the characters in Splatoon are worthy additions to the Nintendo roster? Yeah, absolutely. You know, Nintendo are damned if they do, damned if they don't. People criticise Nintendo for bringing out the same old franchises year in, year out. Every time a new console comes out, we get Mario, we get Yoshi, we get Kirby, we get Zelda, we get, what else? Donkey Kong. So as soon as they try and bring out a new character like Splatoon, people say, they're not as good, they're not as good. So, you know, they're on a hiding to nothing, they're never going to win. But yeah, Splatoon is an excellent game. You know, the wee characters are quite iconic looking, you know, they're very distinctive. It'd be nice to see them using these characters in new games because, you know, I think we'd all like to see Nintendo to keep going. You know, there's nobody makes a better game than Nintendo in my opinion. So, absolutely, Kev. So anyway, listen, that is it, guys. Apologies, I don't know how long this waffle's lasting for. It's probably about 15 minutes. It's probably the shortest waffle I've ever done, but apologies because I don't see any point in talking just for the sake of it. You know, I do promise once things settle down in the job front, get a wee bit quiet again, I will start making a bigger effort with the waffle. I mean, it's got to the point where I kind of think to myself, maybe I should knock it in the head for a wee while like Steve Benway did. I mean, Steve Benway stopped doing the Friday Talkie because he ran out of stuff to say, and I'm kind of getting close to that. But you know what, there's a billion things to talk about, but you need to have time to think about it and prepare. I mean, you know, I can kind of just talk off the cuff, but you do need to have things to actually talk about. So before this battery runs out, because the battery was only at something like 25% when I started, I'm going to finish now. I hope you have a nice weekend. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, guys, please continue to ping your comments to me below. If there's anything at all, any games you want me to play, any questions you want me to answer about anything at all, preferably video games, but if not about video games, anything at all, just stick the comment below. And again, thank you very much for continuing to support the channel. Probably won't be putting out a waffle on Friday. Well, I might, you know what, I might do that. I might try and get it recorded. I'm sure I would be shot down in flames if I told my wife I was going upstairs to make a video, a Friday waffle on Christmas Day. So I'll probably try and get one pre-recorded, and I'll release it on Christmas. I may even wear a Santa hat and a Christmas jumper. So don't say I'm not good to you. So anyway, guys, that is it. Thanks for watching, and take care.